can say he should do to say he's done it all.
He won that championship.
Everything.
That was it.
You can do everything. He's done everything. He's scored a lot of assists.
The only thing that can cap off his career is becoming Mr. Basketball.
So why is it that when I watch Ryan Odom, did I feel like he's the best Every time I watch Ryan Odom play, I feel like I'm seeing something special. Like I'm seeing something that I'm not gonna maybe not see again. I said that for a long time. BJ Boston was my favorite high school player in Georgia. I don't get that feeling that I'm seeing something I'll never see again. It's the Love of the Game podcast. We in the building. It's Thursday night. We are, I don't even know if the NFL is playing, but we better than football. Yeah. We've always been better than football. It don't even matter, bro. Like we cleaning it up.
I'm not saying this to be mean or funny, but since Huff gone, do we get a new intro?
Can we get one like the shot, like LeBron and Marv Carter or something?
I mean, technically, we can get whatever we pay for, or whatever somebody's willing to shoot for us.
What's our budget?
How much money you got? Hey,
you know. 2020 has been an interesting year because the Susus didn't work out too well, so I don't really have much.
Hey, I want you win some, you lose some.
Hey, I lost. Let me tell you something. Don't nobody hit me up about no apps, about none of that. No.
Hey, how many people I seen that I knew on the Telegram?
Man, that I don't.
In the group.
Anytime I see somebody join, I said, "Don't do it, bro."
Hey, you win some, you lose some.
Hey, yeah, nah, I was up there looking like, never mind.
Hey,
I was up there looking like 44. Y'all cheated me. Y'all cheated me.
What I realized about the Susus, you gotta get on them early when they first start, because by the time they get to that fifth, sixth round, it started looking a little shaky.
Yeah. It was that. It's stuff is always interesting to me, but yeah. Shout out to all my people who got money still left on the board.
Nah, I know some people because I was discussing it today at work. I know some people who was getting broke off on them things. Like, nah, y'all got it, bro. Don't hit me up nothing.
I do too. Shout out to all the people who got money on a couple of boards.
I don't want no boards. I don't want no more text messages from no parties, Democrat, Republican. I don't want none of that.
Oh man, I'm so glad that them people. Hey, it got so bad with them text messages that I start sending funny stuff back to them just to see how long they would text me back and forth before they figured out I was just playing.
No. When you get in the text, I got a couple of them late at night, round 11. I'm like, you trying to get me jammed up?
Yeah, y'all being disrespectful. The crazy thing was, I was getting texts for that was sent for other family members. So I'm like, I know y'all ain't getting my number to them, and because you didn't want to use your number.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
I don't know how they got my number to begin with. Multiple organizations and all that stuff texting me about this stuff.
Over it, bro. I am tired of that.
I will say this. I guess this is the only thing that I'll say. The election happened, and I guess it's still happening or whatever. I'm gonna say this. Regardless of who wins, right? Which that hasn't, nobody knows yet. There's gonna be a group of people that are gonna be upset. I would just remind people that what we wanted out of all of this was for the country to finally be united and to be together. So I'm going to say to the winning team, whoever that ends up being, Now's not the time to be getting your shit off on Twitter. Now's not the time to be getting your shit off on Facebook and like rubbing it in the face of whoever may lose this election, because that's not the united front that that we say we wanted. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. I see your comment. I'm gonna put that on the board and we're gonna get to that.
I like it.
I would just say this, man. Like whoever wins, win with grace. Whoever loses, do it humbly, and have some class, because they're they're our countrymen regardless.
Yeah,
it's not. But I wish we would stop doing that to each other, because at the end of the day, like, we all out here. You know what I'm saying?
Figure it out.
Trying to figure it out, trying to make it.
Hey, you get one now. I think that's over with.
Sis, I ain't got mine yet neither, so I don't know.
I think Donnie T backed the mail up, so you might not get that till 2021.
Love you, sis. Yeah, I just be kind to each other, be good to each other, man. Let's get through this and move forward with some class and some grace. I'll just say that. We need Spivey. I don't know that Spivey.
Listen,
would Spivey even join us as our force?
If Spivey, and I'm not gonna say one-on-one because I know y'all gonna get real greasy on the Twitter. If Spivey, I'm gonna change it to this. If Spivey can beat me in horse, we should make him the fourth member.
I like it.
He's not
live. We should do it live. I like that.
I'm cool with that.
I like that.
I'm cool with it. I'm tough in horse because I got unlimited range. Damn near half court.
I like that.
Hey, Mondre, have you noticed every week Bryce come with something new? Every week is something new.
What did I say last week? I do. But I mean,
that you'll put 15 a game on life.
Coach, I need to practice and let's see how I go.
Hey,
if they sit in the zone, I'm definitely going to spray. Y'all wild, bro. Y'all wild.
Y'all disrespecting my boy, Bryce,
half court, bro.
On horse?
Yes.
Y'all disrespecting my bro on horse, bro. For
right.
real.
I mean, I get
y'all
it. I get it. Like y'all didn't think I was gonna win one-on-one. Okay, he bigger than me. Okay, he played college basketball, but horse?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you.
Bryce, stay on your head, bro.
Hey, on me, dog. That's right.
On your head, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna start dropping my accolades on y'all. I be trying to be humble. I'm gonna start dropping these newspaper articles, like y'all wilding. It's cool.
So listen,
it's cool.
We do need to find a fourth member. We had a special announcement that we were gonna drop, but out of respect for the election, it just wasn't time to drop that. Like, how we gonna have a contest and try to select a new member of our show? We trying to select a leader for the country. Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta read the room.
Yeah, I think we wouldn't. Yeah.
Not the right time to do that.
Not the right time.
But we are listening to you. So whoever that fourth needs to be.
And if you have any suggestions to nominate somebody, please do.
For sure. Hit us on social media. If all you gotta do is be Bruce and Horse, I'm in there.
No, it's gonna be harder than you think to beat me a horse. It's probably easier to beat me in one-on-one, to be honest, because I'm gonna get tired.
And you gotta score. You gotta beat Bruce and Horse. You gotta score 3 times in a row on lock. That's the requirement.
That shouldn't be hard either. Shit.
What?
Hey, I've seen y'all play defense and we play 3-on-3 in practice. Jens Rutgers rolled past him and put it on his head.
I wasn't locking up Jens at late point.
You talking about we practice in the back gym? Talking about over there
at late point? at Lake Point.
Okay, yes, but he had already played 3 games that day.
It don't matter. I just got off work. Work 10 hours. It's even playing field.
True. You did. Oh, I remember that you did lock him up. Oh, damn. If you're watching, Locke did lock you up.
Hey, listen, I do believe that Locke be fouling because any dude that brags that much about their defense be fouling.
But he rebounds like Dennis Rodman, though. And he still can dunk. Let's be clear. Locke can still dunk the ball.
On a good day.
If you back off him and let him shoot, you probably gonna.
Oh, it's over with. I'm a.
Let him pull up for the 3, and you straight. You good. Now, if you play me a horse, I'm trying to tell you, like I can take my time and square up. It's gonna be a
Bryce is on Twitter. Bryce leaked some workout footage.
Oh yeah,
on Twitter, like an NBA player in the summertime.
I might get loose next time. I might get loose next time with y'all boys.
Hey, whose workout footage was better, you or John Wall's? Both of y'all was leaking.
I got it. John Wall was probably better than me because I really ain't want to like get serious like that. You know, like I was still had my hoodie and stuff on. John Wall was really playing. So.
You didn't want to get jiggy.
The crazy thing is, you know what? I was watching him today on YouTube, and John Wall said he had been playing with tendonitis for 6 years, so he was never healthy.
Wow,
never. And he's now, from what he said, he's actually the first time fully healthy in his whole career, and he was still John Wall. So, just want to leave that there for all those people who said the Wizards are trash, including Huff, who's not here.
I'm not gonna not Bryce. My thing is
I'm not missing too many open shots. I'm not gonna miss too many open shots, huh?
You called Dwight Howard. You were right. So I'm gonna keep reminding people that you were right about Dwight Howard. Maybe you're gonna be right about John Wall. I don't think so, but maybe you are.
But the thing is, he doesn't have to be John Wall, old John Wall. John Wall.
How good are we saying that he's gonna be?
He has to shoot it.
He's gonna John Wall. Like if you watch the show. He was saying, which was a great point. Kids, whoever work out or they play pickup basketball, and instead of saying, "Okay, I'm gonna beat you on this game point at a jumper or going right every time the whole day," I'm gonna do that instead of, "I know I can beat you off the dribble and get game point." So now I'm actually working on my game instead of doing things I know I can do anyway in any game anyway. So it was a great point. He said, like, okay, so now I play pickup basketball, and on game points or whatever, I'm just going to the right to pull up the dribble and knock the shot down. It was a great point.
Yeah. Let me ask you this then.
Like that now, he's got to change his game. Like he's not going to be able to be that guy to go 82 games and go to the cup full speed and like he's got to change his game anyway. So he'll be all right.
Are we saying all-star level? All right.
I'm not saying all-star level. I'm saying his team. He'll be able to get his team into the playoffs. I think. I'm not saying all-star level because I don't know how durable he is. Or
19 points a game.
Yeah, I'm saying he's going to be solid. He's going to get, and he has Bradley Beal at the end of the day. Like,
will this be Bradley Beal team or John Wall team when he gets back?
I think it should be Bradley Beal's team. Bradley Beal is more healthy. I think he's a better complete player. He's a superstar too. So I think John Wall, in a sense, I think John Wall should kind of take that secondary role. I'm not saying don't score, but I think if he becomes a point guard that's more of a pass first, score second, save my body, take over in the fourth.
So will he be a top 10 point guard?
I think so. I mean, you got to. I mean, here's the thing. We've seen some point guards that he's got that they're no longer on the list anymore, in my opinion.
Who's not on the list?
Yeah, Russell Westbrook to me is off the list.
I don't know.
Russell Westbrook for me,
you're not gonna form an MVP off the list.
If they leave him in the same system that he is in, he's off the list because he's no longer a point guard. So, and he's not who he is. So go down the line. You can give me some more. Kemba Walker, he's probably not going to be better than. He's not going to be better
than Kemba. No.
It depends on how much he trusts his body. It depends on how much his body allows him to do. Because he's still bigger than Kemba.
I'm gonna name off some.
Can't shoot it.
Name your 10 from your list, Dre.
I'm gonna name off some top point guards.
Right.
Let's look at Steph Curry.
Top 10.
No, he's not gonna be better than him.
Damian Lillard.
No.
Top 10.
Crazy Steph Curry's a point guard.
Is Luka Doncic a point guard?
Yes.
Good. Yeah. Why not? Yes.
Better than Luka?
Nah, not right now. He has to prove that.
Will he be better than Kyrie?
No.
Possibly.
No.
Kyrie doesn't last. Kyrie is less durable than they both injury prone at this point.
So so here's why I think Bryce's statement has merit, but the next question I ask him is going to let me know where he's at.
All right.
Kyrie is going to be playing on a team that's loaded to where maybe he doesn't have
as much
those dominant numbers, maybe. I don't know how Kyrie's going to play. Spencer Dinwiddie is the real deal.
Yeah, they're loaded. Karis LeVert
for a long time. Karis LeVert is the real deal.
They got DeAndre Jordan. They got KD, of course.
Playing with KD. Maybe his numbers aren't gaudy, right? So I would understand that. Is John Wall going to be better than Kyle Lowry?
You know, honestly, quiet as kept, I would say no. I would say no.
Okay, now I respect it, Bryce. I would
say no more so to Kyle Lowry than to Kyrie, because Kyle Lowry is very good. Like, better than he gets credit for. Like, that dude is legit. He's so good. I actually went back one day when I was bored and watched his highlights at Villanova on YouTube, because I felt like I had forgotten, like, damn, this dude is like the deal. So, and he's more durable. He's gonna get his teammates involved, and he's gonna knock down the open three. So I'd say probably not.
So I'm about to ask you back to back 3 young guys, and you tell me which one of these young guys that John Wall, coming off of injury now.
How many have you already said? 5?
Kyrie,
and Kemba.
Kyrie, Kemba, and Damian Lillard. Yeah, he said 5.
All right.
And Luka.
6.
Luka, that's 6.
Okay, so I'm gonna name 3 young guys back to back, and you tell me who John Wall, coming off of injury, is gonna be better than.
Mm-hmm.
John Morant.
No. Hell no.
But I think John Wall is gonna have the higher IQ and the ability to win more games.
No, John Morant is a better version of John Wall.
He's a younger version. He's a rookie. He's
better.
What's the difference? He can shoot. Okay, so yeah,
he's a better version of John Wall.
He's MVP.
Okay,
that's 7.
Okay, one more now.
You say Lonzo Ball, I'm going to say John Wall probably.
Trae Young. I got one more in the trick bag for you, though.
I gotta give it
for me or Trae Young. I love Trae Young's game, but to me, he's not a winner yet, and that matters to me. He also, in my opinion, I think he also takes bad shots. So I'm going with John Wall over him.
Skip, you read in my mind, Skip.
Fox is the proof.
De'Aaron Fox.
He has to get out of Sacramento.
De'Aaron
Fox is probably right behind John Morant, honestly.
De'Aaron Fox is a monster.
It's
wild to me that I'm giving Trae Young more respect than you, Bryce.
Nah, I like Trae Young. I think Trae Young has Chris Paul vibes. I think he's going to be the future of Atlanta.
He named Chris Paul.
Yeah, but he's not.
I intentionally did not name Chris Paul.
But Chris Paul can't last a whole season. But Trae Young, to me, he's got to learn how. I think he hasn't adjusted to the NBA game as far as how to win games and the shot selection and his team.
Is Jamal Murray a point guard?
No.
We're saying he's a 2.
Yeah, I put him at 2.
Gary Harris
Put the
is
ball up, but I go 2. He's on the perimeter on the wing.
okay. Yeah, I don't think he is top 10. I don't think he has to be top 10.
If he's not, he's 11 after those names.
I think if John Wall, honestly, if John Wall is a top 15, between top 15 to top 20 point guard, I think that's good for the Wizards. The issue is that his contract is not good. That makes it very tough.
I think Rondo and John Wall are actually very similar in the sense that John Wall is older now, and I think his game is going to change to look like Rondo's. And so whatever Rondo is, I think John Wall actually is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't put
that East is gonna be really tough, though. B, that East is gonna be tough.
But I mean, again, though, that 1-2 punch of Bradley Beal and John Wall is it can get good.
They'll just be fun to watch.
Yeah. So I think they can steal a playoff spot.
I can see it. What are your thoughts on the NBA actually starting December 21st, 22nd or whatever happening?
I think they. I mean, I get it, but I think they should. Realistically, if you want players to be rested and mentally ready, I think like Martin Luther King area time frame would be best.
So
they just stopped playing. The Lakers just stopped playing 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but you know what, Bryce? Though, to me, I think you run the risk of a lot of players having too much rust if you wait too long to start, because not every team was in the bubble.
In the bubble, yeah.
So you had a lot of teams that need to get going.
I would love for them to start in December. That's more basketball for us. But I think if they do, teams like LeBron or Houston and LA, I think their superstars are going to sit out for a week or two, even longer. They might play on Christmas Day. But
I'm not mad at it.
I expect some low management.
So will the new season be in the bubble?
They're trying to make it in the stadiums. They need that money back.
Hey man, we just had
the bubble. To me, is cool.
I was cool with the bubble too. I think the issue is that the bubble impacts the money. I do want to toss out to anybody suffering from COVID. Our prayers is with you. We just had 114,000 cases for the U.S. and we're talking about the NBA season starting in just over a month. High school, Locke, you got any information about McEachern canceling their event, their preseason event?
Unfortunately, I don't. But from what I'm hearing, I guess teams cannot travel.
Those schools were different counties, right? That's probably what it was.
That's what I heard. Some teams couldn't travel out their counties, but that doesn't make sense because once you get to the state playoffs, like, what are you going to do?
I mean, even in the regular season, you got like a couple of weeks after that event. I think the On the Radar event is at Norcross, right? You got teams
on the 21st. Yeah, all of those teams are out of county.
Different counties.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know what's going on when it comes to that. I hate to see that, that McEachern event. We're used to that event and Sean's event really starting the year. Like, that's what makes basketball official, is going to those two events.
Football classes.
That's what makes the start of basketball really official. So if
McEachern and who was it last year? McEachern and we was in there. It was deep in that thing, boy. I don't know if it was Mikey Williams. It was somebody.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. It was the Mayfair.
Yeah.
And
by the way, Sharif Cooper's Slam magazine post in McEachern is probably the most amazing thing I've ever seen from a high school. Could you imagine having to see in high school, seeing your face on a poster that big in high school?
You know what's crazy though, and this is crazy. As much of a star as Shareef was, especially here locally, I feel like we still don't have as much footage of him as we should have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Shareef is one of those guys where he could be like mixtape Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Missed a lot of his earlier years. Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't necessarily happen, man. Like I would have loved to see.
But do you think
more
because Shareef didn't do anything extra? Have you ever just noticed that? He never really talked. He just played it. Didn't really talk trash.
Talking. Yeah.
He just hooped.
Yeah, that's a great thing. We never talk about that about him.
I wonder if that's his actual personality, if he's just a quiet kid, or if that's just his demeanor on the court.
Yeah, I don't know, but I like it.
But you would think though, a player. We always talk about it. The most decorated player of Georgia basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair? I feel like
I think so.
At least one of the most decorated players in Georgia
top 5 probably of all time. Yeah.
That you don't have you have a couple of documentaries. I'm not saying none of it was done. You know what I'm saying? Things were done, but you would think that there would be so much footage and documentaries and this and that on Shareef that you would be tired of watching it. But literally, it's not that much. It's not that much content.
Yeah, it's not a lot. It's not a lot of what you think it would, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I think, I'm sure that his camp probably did their part in proving what they wanted out there and what they didn't want, which is, I think that's pretty fair. I mean, but I think he's an example for a lot of kids. Like, I don't have to say anything to the refs. I don't have to say anything to my opponent. I'm just going to
not a word.
Bust your ass. And I'm going to look at you like, oh, yeah.
But it's crazy, though. You say he doesn't have a ton of footage, but the footage that he do has, you remember it. Yeah. You remember when he played against Holy Innocent, everybody thought he traveled.
Facts.
He get the 0 step with the ball still spinning in his hand. That when he did the little crossover and he looked that.
Oh my goodness,
that was the toughest move I ever seen.
That joint was nasty, bro. Like that shit ain't never going to anywhere. They're gonna be playing that when he's in the league or wherever he end up. Like, that's cold.
That move was tough.
That shit, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. Never.
Didn't have the audacity to look at him.
Yeah, he tough, bro. He tough. And he's got
he definitely clown buddy on that one. Yeah. And that made it on Slam.
That shit was whew.
So can I say Shareef gonna have one of the best handles in college this year?
Yeah. Oh, of course.
I had a ton of people argue with me about
there should be no argument about that. That's not the debate. The debate for him, I think, is if he's going to be able to play like he's used to in high school, and I don't think he is, because college is a different game. It's not a lot of it's you get transition, but it's less transition. It's a lot more half court. It's a lot more come off screens. It's a lot more. He's got to facilitate a little. You know what I mean? It's different. It's not. You can't always beat your man off the dribble the first. Like, it's different. It's different games. I think that's more the debate than now. His handles is going to be tight. Like, let's not get that confused.
I think one of the things for Shareef that I'm watching, and I'll say this, I'm probably going to watch more games of Shareef than I did Ant-Man. Ant-Man, when he went to college, I was just more so watching for the show. I didn't have no questions about what I was going to see. Like, I'm coming to see the show. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see Ant-Man just launch deep-ass threes and try to dunk on somebody. Like, there was no question. I'm really interested in watching Shareef because I agree. I do think he's going to have to play different. Mm-hmm. I think when you say that, people doubt
new way. Yeah.
That you think, I think people, when you hear that, people automatically think, they shitting on Shareef. No, I'm just saying that I think he's going to have to play different. I
think because in college, I think there's going to be.
He got a lot of layups in high school.
Yeah, he got a lot of layups. He got a lot of whatever he wanted. And I think in college, I think college teams are going to have the ability to put bigger guys on him if they want to. They can put smaller guys on him. They can do whatever they want to do. They can try, because that's a higher level. So I think he's going to be fine. I just think it's going to be a different game, which is why you see him put on at 20 pounds.
For sure.
Yep.
So
I think he'll adapt. He will. He'll
be great. I mean, he has range. He can shoot it. You know, Bruce Pearl probably going to let him play as much as he can. He's got talent around him. So I think you're going to see maybe a better Sharife. Honestly, you might see a more mature player.
Hey,
that would be interesting.
I'm calling this early. When Sharife go to the league, Scooter Henderson's going to Auburn.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Wait, so you're saying you
think he won and done? You think he won and done?
So you're saying he's two and
two because Scoot got 2 more years of high school.
Scoot got 2 years. So you
I
saying
think Sharife will get to the league in 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got the right team around him. Yeah.
I think he's going to have to shoot over 40% from 3.
Which he probably will.
And he's going to have to not just shoot over 40% from 3. I think he's going to have to make a high number of threes and shoot 40% from 3. And I only say that because that is what we saw Jared Harper do. Mm-hmm. It was 100 threes made, 45% from 3.
What? That's a good point. But Sharife is a little bit more dynamic in the sense that he's more shifty. His court vision is a little bit better now. Jared Harper's that deal. Don't get it. I think they still have little differences that might make Sharife
for sure.
So
yeah, I'm just comparing how as a smaller guard, how you have to be able to shoot to get your opportunity in the league. And I think it's gonna be over 45%.
And if his handles
93s made.
Yeah. And if his handles are like what we think they are, if they're Kyrie like, he's gone. He's out of there.
Really? 2 years.
He can grab that thing for sure.
Depending on who in the 2021 draft, he might be one. Depending on how deep it is.
No, I think he needs to play with Jabari for a year.
You know what my issue was with UGA and Ant-Man. I felt like we all knew he was a superstar, but I felt like they didn't make the game easier for him as much as he probably I feel like he did too much.
Can I say something without the risk of
and I'm not, I don't have any pros. I don't have those NBA dudes. I could be wrong. But from what
I'm gonna say something that people are gonna think I'm shitting on Ant-Man. I'm gonna say something, but it just is what it is. I don't know if I've said this before or not.
No.
At least not publicly. Does it worry you that we haven't seen Ant-Man win a ton of games or a ton of big games?
We talking about college?
No, because
it doesn't concern me because we've known that this kid was an NBA player since 10th or 11th grade. So he necessarily I'm
not debating that, but
he hasn't necessarily been on state championship winning teams either.
I think his talent says I am the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Are you winning a NBA championship with a team built around Ant-Man?
That's a good question.
I mean, he could. You got to have pieces around him. So you got to have a big, have another guard. I mean, he's a piece like anybody else. But like I said, I mean, he probably hasn't won a state championship because he's doing everything. You know what I mean? You look at
he won his junior year, I think.
He won a state championship.
Well, there you go then.
Well, I think we looked at it a little bit different.
Are we talking about the SEC? Are we talking about SEC? Because SEC is different.
No, we're saying that he went to a Geisa school, so we don't.
He was in Geisa, yeah.
We don't look at his state championship the way we look at everybody else's because he went to a Geisa school.
True.
So if I won a Geisa state championship, you wouldn't count it the same?
No. Are we going to count it the same as we're not.
No.
Let's be real. We're not.
Geisa schools, when you get to the Final Four, though, they solid.
No, yeah, it's good. Now, the team that he lost to against Heritage.
Yeah, Heritage down there with Coach Jerome. Shit, they had NC State, and they
had Lance. Yeah, hey,
shit, hey, they got a field house down there, bro.
That wasn't no slow right there.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying
I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I actually coached in Giza before, so I understand what you're saying. I get it.
So you saying in Giza you playing a bunch of lawyers and doctors?
Hey, it sounds like Uncle D was saying that those are only two.
Sometimes you playing dudes like me with glasses on too.
That was it. I just in my head, right? And I've always said this: if I create a player on 2K, he looks and plays like Ant-Man. Ant-Man is a created player to me when I'm trying to cheat and beat my friends at 2K.
So let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
There's nothing that he
can't.
Let's
get down to the nitty-gritty. What is your concern?
My concern with Ant-Man, and I have less of a concern with Ant-Man as I have with the player that I'm about to name. I've at least seen Ant-Man play in competitive games. He just didn't win some of them. I've never seen.
No. My question.
I've never seen.
What's your issue? What's your worry about Ant-Man in the league? I should say, as a number one possible pick. What's your issue?
When I compare him to this player, you're gonna know exactly what my issue is. My issue is I've seen Ant-Man win.
He didn't win. What you're saying, Jerry.
He didn't win at
big games. Okay, he didn't win the big games.
I'm gonna say this, Bryce. We knew, for the most part, if the game was close, you weren't beating Colin. We just didn't feel like we were gonna win.
Also had better teams.
But okay. When Colin them played IMG's talent was so lopsided, so much better than Pebblebrook, even though Pebblebrook had D1s too. But the level and the rankings of those kids, especially on the front line, was lopsided.
Okay, so here's
what Colin did, even though they lost, what Colin did on the floor, especially in the second half, was like, oh my God, this shit is like he is trying to win.
Yeah. I agree. And what I will say is I think
Colin didn't win a state championship, but we saw him win big games.
Yeah.
We saw him
won a lot of tough games
winners over other McDonald's All-Americans. Like we saw him do it. We saw him.
But you know what it comes down to also is shot selection.
Beat Willer at the Cobb County Civic Center.
Yeah.
And they had 4 or 5 Division I players.
Facts. Saw him hit the shot against Westlake. I will never forget that.
Yeah.
Over Chuma.
So what is it that he's lacking? I understand your point. So what is it? Because it might not be him, it could be a coaching thing.
So when I name the next player, I've never seen Melo Ball even be in a competitive basketball game before.
I hate watching Melo Ball play. I watched him play one time and I was so disappointed.
That game when he came to Atlanta was awful, wasn't it, Bryce?
It was a headache.
I honestly wanted my money back.
I did too. That shit was terrible.
I wanted my 20 bones back.
When the game even mattered. So I can't say that about Ant-Man because I've seen him in games that matter. I've seen him and Isaac. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Ant-Man in those situations. I've seen him perform well in those situations. With Melo, I've never even seen him be in a competitive game. It makes me wonder, as the number one pick, in this draft, maybe it's different because at the top of this draft, there aren't bad teams. Like if you go to Golden State, if Ant-Man's number one pick, he goes to Golden State.
You're not going to Golden State. You know,
anything possible.
They're gonna go to Golden State because they're gonna get Wiseman.
If I'm Golden State, I'm taking Ant-Man, and we're never gonna lose.
If I'm Golden State, I'm taking Wiseman. Honestly, because I got Curry, I got Clay. I need a franchise big.
I'm taking Ant-Man, and I'm never gonna lose. If he goes to a really good team, even if he goes to Minnesota, I think that's a good team. That's a team that's like playoff ready. I think Ant-Man will be fine.
Minnesota is a landing spot for number one draft picks to go either survive in advance or fail in. You know what I mean? Like
if he somehow went to a trash, like if he was in Sacramento or Chicago, or like I'm worried would Ant-Man with all of his talent and ability be able to make that team win?
Here's the thing, Dre.
There are some number one picks that it doesn't matter. You throw them into the worst circumstances, they're going to make their team win.
With these high profile players and guys, it takes a high profile coaching mind to work with them.
Yep, that's true.
We know the kid is phenomenal.
We overlook coaching in the NBA.
We know how good this kid is, but we don't sit there and analyze his stats, how many shots he takes, how many times he dribbles. They're going to do that, and that's probably going to change the way his winning is. Like it's a slight, whatever it is, it's going to be slight, and that slight adjustment is going to make him so much better.
So, Dre, basically what you're saying, Ant-Man can't win games.
I'm not saying that.
Yes, you are.
He's that if you draft him, he's not going to get you. He's not a franchise builder. He's just a star player.
It worries me of if he is a star player, which there are a lot of. Let's clear this up. There are a lot of max contract guys that are star players that are all stars, right? That aren't superstars, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to be clear because those guys aren't scrubs. Those guys are still $150 million, $190 million guys, right? What I'm asking is Ant-Man, I believe from a talent standpoint, Ant-Man is a superstar. Ant-Man is built around me.
Is he?
When I watch the basketball, the motherfucker can run pick and rolls. He can shoot. He's athletic as hell. He is big. Like what?
Let me ask you this: what's the best Ant-Man can be, and what's the worst Ant-Man
at 5'10"? And he didn't win much. You're building around him.
He won EYBL. So
okay,
if you won EYBL, that stamps you as a winner.
I think this is a great question.
College though.
Does he elevate guys around him? That's what winners in the NBA do. That's kind of what I guess what I'm trying to.
That might take him 3 years, 4 years.
Oh, I agree. I don't expect it right away. I think whatever it is, it's a 4 or 5 year process.
I mean,
unless he goes to Golden State, and then he's a winner right away.
What you were saying, it makes the most sense for him. Get drafted by Golden State and let me play behind Curry and Clay and let them get me right.
Oh, he's gonna be on the floor. We winning right. He's winning right away.
I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna go Wiseman if they get that pick. It's just my
Golden State. Don't get cute.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get cute. Don't get cute. Right. Go Steph, Ant-Man, Clay, Draymond. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't get cute, Golden State. Don't get cute now. He's the number one. He's the best player in the draft. Don't get cute.
Wiseman has already declined Minnesota. He said he ain't going there. So now they don't have a choice, but Wiseman's still a safe pick, dude.
Wiseman is very good.
Huh?
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's tough, bro.
Wiseman is very good.
Yeah. We didn't
like
get the team because of all the mess.
What is the best Ant-Man can be, and what's
the worst?
What's the worst? I think I got a good one. The best, just go with me, okay? The very best Ant-Man could be is Michael Jordan. And the very worst that Ant-Man could be is J.R. Ryder.
Hell no.
The worst that Anthony Edwards can be is Harrison Barnes.
No.
The best.
There's no way he can.
No. No.
Harrison Barnes, I mean.
The worst he can be is Andre Wiggins.
Nah, that's worse than Harrison Barnes.
No, but see, my thing is, y'all both naming players that are going to stay in the league for a very long time. To me, J.R. Ryder was a bucket from the beginning of his time in the league until they kicked him out of the league. He was a bucket. It was off the floor shit for J.R. Ryder that made him a problem. It wasn't nothing on the floor.
I think the best that he can be, and you might not like this, but
Look, Andre, I'm logging off. Was it that bad? Which one was it that made it that bad?
You called it Michael Jordan.
That makes it that bad?
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
I'm saying Scotty. And Harrison Barnes.
So what? Tell me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To me, the only way that Anthony Edwards doesn't pan out is that it's off the floor shit.
There's no way that I think the kid's gonna be really good because he can shoot and he can do it off the bounce. So he's gonna be, you know what I mean? He can be way better than John Clay, that's for sure.
Jesus Christ! Hey, they so mad at me that I said Mike. Is that really that bad?
Yeah, bro. You just compare the kid to Mike, like that, man.
And so we don't think that Ant-Man could be one of the best players of all time. It's his absolute ceiling if everything goes right.
We should have said Marvin Williams.
Jimmy Buckets in the 2020 playoffs.
He could be a Jimmy Buckets. He could be.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
I just don't know if I've ever seen a player talented as Ant-Man up close.
Man, he's different, bro.
I can't think of anything.
He's going to be better than D'Angelo Russell. He's going to be better than Wiggins. He's going to be better than Barnes. He's going to be – now, as far as like they said the comparison to him and D Wade, I think that's tough because D Wade is a Hall of Famer. So that's tough. But he's going to be really good. And when he figures out that NBA game, really, really good.
It's tough to be any of those guys right off the bat. And that's, when I say ceiling, I'm saying
D Wade wasn't even D Wade until he grew up.
Yeah.
So
you got to stay out of trouble, though, man. It's more often than not with the NBA, it's not about what happens on the floor. It's about what happens after you leave that arena.
So would it be better for him to go to Minnesota so he can stay out of trouble?
Nah. That's just gonna be boring. He's gonna make him want to get in trouble.
And that's why I say Golden State, because
still needs to hang around a little, but
hang around some dudes who are champions, who knows what it takes to be champions, who understand the work ethic.
Who had the third pick? Chicago?
But there are no young guys for him to hang out with. There got to be some young guys. That's Tim Thomas.
Hey, Tim Thomas wasn't bad. Tim Thomas was a quality player. Low key though. He probably got to go somewhere where like the Migos don't have a private jet landing spot too.
Yeah,
like
it's gonna be it's gonna be surrounding him with the right people. And I'm not saying he's not around the right people right now. I don't know nothing about his camp or his circle.
Yeah.
But I know that's for NBA players. It needs to be around the right people. There was a lot of shit talking about this high school basketball shit going on. There was some shit talking. Hillsman was talking shit about Cherokee County.
Hillsman, get him on the line.
We want to try to get Hillsman on?
No, you could get him in the back.
I'll show you what he's doing.
We need to get him online.
Hold on. Wait, I'm going to call Hillsman.
The Under Armour Hard in the Paint, it looks like they just released their schedule 4 hours ago. It's going to be at the College Park, the Gateway Center. They got a good lineup. They got Mays in South Atlanta. They got Grovetown. They got Money's Mill, Padilla, Osborne playing Forest Park, Grayson playing Carver from Montgomery. They got a good lineup and a good venue. That's going to be a good event. I think I'll check in. Hopefully, I can get some media passes, but he may not get none to the Canes.
Also, it'll be good food. Winfrey never lets us down.
Yeah.
Never.
Hey, Winfrey, don't ban me from that event just because I said something about Ant-Man, bro. I was just playing.
No, I think you're good. I think you're all right. I think you're going to be all right.
Hey, Hillsman didn't answer. He must have knew I was calling for the shit.
Hillsman going to be on Twitter soon, throwing subliminal shades at the podcast and shit, and everybody else.
Hillsman knew I was calling for that bullshit.
Hillsman tweets like a foreign language, bro. He tweets in English, but it's like a foreign language. Like I'd be like trying to understand, like decode that shit. Like
No, the funny part, it comes out of nowhere. You don't know what he's going to do that day.
I think what it is, Hillsman is like when you were OG and you tired of not getting your credit, like when you walk in the hood and you don't get, like, you know what I'm saying? I think Hillsman feel like that right now. He feels like he's not getting his just due. So he has
to put some respect on his name.
You gotta put some respect on it. Yeah.
So Hillsman feeling like Denzel in Training Day.
Correct. And he got to one hit a Twitter somebody to get y'all to understand how long he been in the game.
Okay.
See, nobody knows who we going at because he tweets in Arabic.
Hey,
I'm reading like.
None of the boys said he tweets in Arabic.
I'll be reading like this. Like it'd be 4 different thoughts in one tweet. That should be crazy, bro. Have you noticed that?
No, it does.
It really do. It'd be like 4 different oh, that's some wild shit.
Like I am gonna say this. I wanna know why though that that Cherokee shows so much love to the bow tie when we show so much love on this podcast. Like I saw personal tweets out to him thanking him for what he does. I was like, hold on, wait. Like
but Cherokee did lose in the first round though, right? To Westlake.
They did, and I picked them to beat Westlake.
They should have beat. They probably were more talented than Westlake last year, right?
I picked them to beat Westlake, and they lost in the first round. But I'm saying, like, he's not the only person that enjoys watching teams in Cherokee play basketball.
I gotta go see him. I don't even know where Cherokee County is. Not really.
I went to a couple games. I
have an idea, but I'm not too sure. Like I gotta figure it out.
I used to go to Woodstock games. I won't be at Woodstock games anymore.
What gyms have you been banned from? It's a good question.
What gyms am I banned from? I can't go to Sandy Creek. That's crazy. I can't. These teams that I can't go
to drive down there anyway. It's like so far. You're good.
I picked them to win. I picked them to win though, bro.
So what did you actually do to get banned from the gym?
He kept going on the head coach.
I don't know what I did.
And he was underachieving, basically.
I said that they were going to win a state championship, and they didn't.
No, you said that they underachieved.
Y'all asked me, did they underachieve?
I think you said something about their scheduling, too.
Now, you know from... Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
But
I do like that different champion, big boy.
That's a small thing to say. After I picked you to win a state championship. Which one is worse?
Do you pick them this year?
No. I told you I wasn't picking them anymore.
Are they in 7A?
No, they're not. I think they're in 5A or 3A.
They should win.
Not 3A.
I like the big boy from Cherokee, the one that got an offer from Xavier. We played him over the summer. He's pretty good.
Hey, man, people do get mad about the shit that I picked.
Oh, they got him too, Tyler Owens, and the big Ben. No, they got the big boy too, don't they?
Like, yeah, they got a couple. They got 2 new kids in. Yeah, they got a big
4-stars kid.
Got T.O., yeah.
The other Georgia.
Yeah.
They're gonna be tough, bro. They're gonna be tough this year. They're gonna be tough.
Got Potts Hurd.
I haven't seen him.
He's good.
Potts Hurd is good. Another kid. We show highlights on this show. You know, we just show. We done show Sequoia kids highlights on this show. We show Donovan Ship. We done show Potts Hurd highlights on this show. We done show River Ridge kid highlights on this show. Cherokee, we might be out here for you, dog.
Look, if Cherokee starts off the season 15-2, we'll talk about him every day, and they probably will. South Cobb did it last year, and we talked about them every day.
All day, every day.
Will we be talking about them this year?
I will. I don't know about y'all.
I still think they got a shot to be solid. To be pretty good.
They got a really good team. They got some. They got some talent. They got some guys names who don't have a buzz, but they can play. Daquan Riggins can play.
Daquan Riggins is good. Yeah, Daquan Riggins is good. They still got athleticism with Jens and Robert Ditch, length and athleticism. They got some good D2 level guys.
Yeah. Now, this is the year we're gonna see can Travis really shoot the ball because he's gonna get more shots now,
as well as Jens. Jens gonna have to have a bigger role too.
Jens got to have a big role too of shooting the ball.
Daquan Wiggins is gonna be able to go for 30 every game, though. That's for sure.
I don't think so.
Who else guaranteed on the perimeter to give you 20 a game?
They don't have to give you 20 a game. You can spread out.
You gonna have. I mean,
you gotta think. Mocher is not an offensive coach.
Yeah, but when they won a lot of their games last year is when their leading scorers were in 20. Like when Zaka went 20 plus, they won more.
Okay, so that 20 points gone. So
that's what I'm saying. So Daquan can go for 20. Jens can get you 15 to 20, right? You got to put the points on the board somehow.
So who's gonna be their post?
Give you. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know.
Do they average more points or less points a game than they did last season?
Less. I think they're gonna be more.
That was a fast answer.
I think they're gonna be way more defensive sound because they don't have any too many tall guys on their front court.
If Robert Dix is consistent and gives them double figures every game, they got a chance to score more.
Yeah,
but it'll be all
have a big year.
It'll be all defensive, like it'll be more defensive traps and steals and transition points for them. Yeah,
this has to be Robert Dix breakout year.
It's got to be consistent. He's got the size, got the length.
This is his year.
I didn't mean to say us because there's I am a free agent or not an agent at all. I am at home. So I will be live tweeting from games where you guys would like me to show up. If you want me to show up and check you out, I have no problem. Put my name on the list, please, because I do not want to pay. But I have no problem showing up, coming back, reporting live from Love of the Game. But there is no us. That was
So the question is, can they kill or Wheeler?
That's gonna be tough.
Anybody can be beat any night.
That's true though.
When it comes to high school,
I think they could, but they're missing that piece of Zaka is gonna hurt when you play Keller Wheeler.
Stop it.
It's gonna be
Stop
tough.
it. Stop. Yeah. Why are y'all doing this?
They could beat them.
Why are y'all doing
this? They can beat
them. They can.
Think about how many people thought how many people thought Grayson was going to beat Wheeler? How many people thought Grayson was going to beat Wheeler in the state championship?
I think they are not beating Wheeler.
If hopefully Mark ain't on the sidelines because Wheeler is loaded.
Hey, can they beat Kel? Hey, then I'll tell you anybody can be beat.
What you mean? Hold on. So you fear Kel more than Wheeler?
I fear Wheeler more than Kel.
Okay. But I don't. I kind of fear Scoot Henderson more.
As an individual player, yes. As a basketball,
I can't stop him. I'm not winning.
I always felt like, okay, now Kel lost a player, a big piece up front to North Carolina.
To my Joyful?
Yes.
But you really can't say that because he never played. So
I'm just saying I'm saying if they had him, I may feel different. But Kel, as last I saw, was a two-headed monster with Najee and Scoot. That is very powerful. That is very powerful.
That's very powerful.
Can they be beat? Yes. On any given night, they could be.
You can trap him. You can try to take the ball out of his hands. You can put the ball. Yes.
I don't think with what South Cobb has that they are beating. That they are beating Wheeler. I don't think that Robert Dix is matching up with Turtle.
As much as I always feel you, I kind of disagree here with you.
I disagree as well.
I'm with you.
And the reason why I disagree, go, Bryce.
I'm sure Mochi does too. Maybe they'll beat him.
I think that Wheeler is.
I just don't think they're going to beat him.
Wheeler is very good. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they're as good as they were last year. And I think that they have some holes. Now, their coaching will make up for it.
They lost a very underrated player last year.
But I think that
I think Sam Hines is one of the most underrated players of the year.
I don't think there's a school in the state that is unbeatable this year.
I didn't say they were unbeatable. You asked me if South Cobb could beat them. You asked me about one team.
Think South Cobb can beat.
I don't think
one day anybody's
right. Nobody thought he was going to be PSP Elite because they had beat everybody in the 20 by 20. We ended up winning the championship. We only had to beat them once. One time. They was beating us.
Tiff County beat Norcross. Nobody seen that coming. I did.
Hey, so y'all,
nobody thought Wheeler was going to win last year. They won.
So we're saying that Osborne can walk into South Cobb and beat South Cobb.
Bro, no, answer
the question. How is that a different argument?
Anything's possible.
We're looking at a South Cobb team that still has talent and length and athleticism. You can do some things in your game plan and preparation and try to take people out the game and steal a win. I'm not for any of them. I like Moultrie. I like Wheeler. Larry, my guy. You know, I'm off. It don't matter. I'm not being biased. Now, if I had to put my money on it, I would say Wheeler is the favorite because of the players they have.
True.
Caleb is very good. Turtle is very good. Max is very good. AJ Burke is a good player, catch and shoot guy. They have talent.
Yeah, they have.
South Cobb has talent, but it's a less refined talent.
Cam Johnson.
South Cobb is just less refined. They have talent. Kel, I haven't seen. All I know is Scoot and the other point guard, so I can't speak on them enough. But no, probably not.
The shade is here.
I agree.
Nash Kelly was good.
Nash Kelly was a very good.
I got people hitting my line already saying that certain kids from Osborne is going to drop 50 balls on South Cobb.
Whoa.
Off rip.
50? Whoa.
Like 30 ball. 30 ball off top. 30 piece team. And I said, yeah, you know I'm gonna be a Gucci roll for that. You know I'm gonna be a Gucci roll.
You already know how we do it, Bryce.
I think South Cobb is good enough not to give up. I don't think they'll even 40, 50. That's tough. I don't know. That's tough.
Look,
I don't think that. Now, I know South Cobb I think is good. I'm not saying they're not good. You guys asked me if they could beat one team. I don't think they're good enough to beat that team.
I think that most teams that we normally talk about can beat most teams this year. I don't think anybody is that dominant. That's my point.
Okay.
Can South Cobb
there's no Okoro. Grayson is not what Grayson was last year. They're good, but I still think there's no guaranteed. We don't have no favorite. Who's your favorite, Dre, to win the state championship? Anybody. Osborne might win state championship. Shit, we don't know.
What
don't go too far.
I'm just saying,
it's first year.
There's no
okay, so look, let's go division by division. But no, before we do that, let's answer this. Locke, give us a read on the teams south of the airport. Who's going to be good this year? South of the airport.
So what team's going? Westover is going to be pretty good. I got them winning 4A with Isaac Abide and Shamir Wingfield.
How good is Warner Robins going to be? I think they're going to be good. How good?
I was going to talk about them. They're going to be good because all those guys play A&U together with Warner Robinson All-Stars. Tat and Coach Garman does a great job. They got a chance to be really special this year. I'm intrigued to see how Westside Macon is going to look with Javion Mosley leaving. Well, gone. So I want to see how Kawasi is going to hold up with that team. Monroe with Dominique Henderson, Dre, best player down in the South of Georgia outside of Manny Harris.
I'm with it.
Who?
Like I will say this: you put me
What
on
do you say?
to Dominique Henderson, and I'm a Dominique Henderson fan.
All right, man. I heard some up and down things, man. I heard some up and down things. I'm just being honest.
Dude,
He's tough, but I've heard some inconsistencies.
He's not a full-time basketball player now. Look, he plays football.
Do? Play soccer? Oh, well.
No, he plays football. He's gonna be. He has a chance to get paid playing football.
Why you say
why you playing basketball? Why are you playing basketball then?
Bro, that's his first look. All football players want to hoop. Look at Dre.
Nah, but he's actually looking more like he look more like a basketball player to me.
I was never a football player.
You need to see him in football.
After I was grown.
Man, you got a big pogo. Morris Ellis is at Lee County now.
I thought he was at Westover.
No, he didn't get eligible. So he went to
Lee County. What can he do other than dunk?
He got an 18-footer. That's been pretty consistent.
We gonna see it?
You ain't see it in AAU, but definitely gonna see it in high school.
So he can shoot.
He can shoot an 18-footer.
So is that because he was on the AAU team that would if he would have played on a different AAU team, would we have seen it?
The AAU team playing those pretty loaded.
Yeah, no, they loaded. That's what I'm saying. Like if he would have played on another team, let's say he played on like
I think he would have a bigger role and would have had the play do more instead of just block shots, dunks and stuff like that. He would have had a bigger role. Like, okay, for us to win, you are a huge
three. Yeah.
But the thing is, at Lee County, he will be playing on the wing.
That's gonna be good to see. You know what? And I think there's a lot of kids like him. There's another kid at Douglas County who played with Aim High. To me, they're very similar in body style, but I think they lack those offers because they've been put at
Omarion Smith. That's what
he's tough. He's tough, right?
He's tough.
But I think if you move Omarion and get him on the 3 a little bit more, I think that helps him get that Division I offer he's waiting on.
But do you think he look comfortable?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's not going to be able to do that shit in Division I level, dude.
Well, why not? Why not? Look, go look up PJ Horn. He's 6'5". Played at Virginia Tech.
I don't think he's 6'5", bro. I think he's more like 6'4", 6'3".
Come on, you know the 2-inch rule, man. He's 6'5".
Okay, he's 6'5".
Come on, man.
So you got to make
No. Don't get confused. Now he's a man child. I'm saying as far as his recruitment, I think if he transitions to the 3 and is able to do it, like Boo Man could play the wing. I think that changes where he lands in college. That's all I'm saying. Because if you evaluate him as a 4 and he's undersized, that's what the coach is going to say all the time.
Oh yes, we're gonna talk about your evaluations later on in the show.
Now, speaking of that, shout out to my dude JT Torrin. He just from Tiff County. He just committed to Chipola.
That's what's up.
Big time JUCO, big time. And
are they still is Chipola still nationally ranked as far as JUCO goes?
Oh yeah, that name never leaves. Just like
is their name? Does their name still ring? Is their name still what it is?
Yes.
Locke, what is America's gonna be?
Don't know. Didn't catch him in the fall league this year. So
any word out of like Wilkes County?
Didn't hear much about them. It's been a lot of these teams gonna play late because majority of their team are football players, and with football season starting late. It's gonna be very interesting. So a lot of these teams don't know. Just like Manny Harris, his team, him, and another kid are the only 2 basketball players. Everybody else is football
kids. Yeah, a lot of football kids on that team. Okay.
So there's a lot of ups and downs. Now, Corey Black, it's gonna be a team we have to look out for. State Pacelli in 1A private.
But they got a football kid too, don't they? Big boy, and he playing football?
Yeah, he playing football, but hey, Travis Harper is finally catching it. He's finally
I saw him do a 360 in that camp, boy. I was like, sheesh.
Dude, he had a long journey because I had him as a ninth grader. He was weak, and to see him now, he was. I'm gonna be honest. I had to cut him. I had to cut him off Atlanta Express team. He wasn't ready.
A lot of those kids that were weak in 8th grade and flimsy and frail end up being like 6'7" now and are like prospects. Shit sounds crazy.
I seen it, but you could tell he just wasn't ready. He could tell he was. It's a different style of basketball. So once he got used to the style playing up here on 75, he came into his own, and then look, he blew up.
Let me ask you this before you carry on. So if we put Omarion to the 3, like you just said that Pogo can play the 3, does that not make
No. I said he's playing the 3. I ain't say he could play the 3.
So he's playing the 3. They're gonna experiment and see if he can play the 3. Mm-hmm. Does that not make him a better looking prospect at the next level than playing the 4?
If he can play it.
If he can play it.
But the thing is,
so why not? If you have no offers, you should have.
How comfortable are you going to get playing the 3 and you never played it your entire career? But think about the entire summer you played from free throw line to block. Now you in a new situation where you're catching on the wing, and now you got to make a move.
You're not. But guess what? You're playing the long game. So if you move out during high school, if you're still unsigned, you play unsigned. By the time AAU comes, you blow up.
True. But why you just can't sell what you're good at?
It's not. That's my thing, though. If you're looking for college, if your goal is college game, you've been to every camp, you've played on one of the best independent teams in the state. The list goes on and on and on. And I'm not taking anything away from the kid. I like this kid a lot. A whole lot. I'm saying as an adult, as a coach sometimes, and it might be for me too, sometimes we put kids in the wrong spot. So when people evaluate them, they're not being projected the right way.
But is that on the kid not playing the wing, or the kid not getting enough playing time to show what he can do?
It could be the coach's scheme. It could be the kid not playing the right position. It could be whatever it is. But Omarion is, I think he's 6'4". He's a beast. But if you move him to the 3, and if he could put the ball on the floor and he can go down low and get a bucket, now he's versatile. Now he becomes like he can at least go low major.
Okay, let's say this: did Robbie get recruited to play the wing when he blew up?
No, but Robbie steps out Robbie steps out sometimes and does it.
Okay, you can step out, but you don't mean you belong out there.
No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. But Robbie will be out there most likely in college, don't you think?
Yeah, I think Robbie's just gonna be everywhere on the floor.
He'll be everywhere. But Robbie shows signs that he can do it. It's not perfect. It's not by any means. It's not amazing. But he shows signs of being able to put the ball on the floor from the wing and get to the rack or pull up. He has showed signs. Right or wrong?
No, he definitely showed signs over the years.
So it's not. I don't think it's about them having to be perfect at it. Same thing with Jens Ruckert. Jens Ruckert shows signs of being the play of the wing with his athleticism. Then you're talking about another prospect. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put yourself in the position, I think. And that's where high school, sometimes you get caught up in winning the game as opposed to that's the difference between high school and AAU, I think. Because in AAU, so, I know I'm going to have 4 dudes. And I know most likely if he under 6'7", I've got to probably give him a chance to come out and step out and see what that kid can do. And let him put the ball on the floor.
So let me ask you this. You as a former high school coach, are you doing what's best for the kid, or are you going to do what's best for your team? What I mean is, okay, you know this kid may need to play the wing a little bit, but you know you need him at this 4th spot.
It's got to be a combination. It's got to be a combination of both. And at the end of the day,
let's make it real. What would you do with Robert Dix at South Cobb?
Honestly, for me, 100%. And Robert Dix played for us too. If it were me, because Robert Dix is young, in my opinion, I think he's young and he has time to develop. I would put him at the 4 and make him dominate the 4, and then allow him to come out to the 3 and then dominate the 3. That's my opinion.
As a junior, or you would make them wait
as a
till
senior?
next year to step out?
Huh?
As a junior, this
It
year,
could be a
you would make
gradual
him play.
process. It could be from November to January. This is what I need you to do. Dude, I need you to be more efficient. I need 12 points a game. So you can get the 12 easiest points. Free throws, layups, and dunks. High post, mid, short corner. Now, I know you want to be a 3. You'll probably be a 3 in college. Let's master that. Let's get your consistency up. Now, let's bring you to the wing. I'm going to work up to the wing eventually. But my point is, now, those kids we talked about have already mastered the post. They've already mastered it. The thing that the reason, and that's just my opinion. And it's the same thing with kids I've had in the past. I think that when they move out, it allows them to show their versatility more. And then as a coach, you say, look, go down low real quick and get 2 buckets, pop back out, show the wing. That's just my opinion. And I've thought about that kid numerous times. And I say, well, why? This kid he's at every camp. He gets MVP, he dominates every camp. He's a beast. He's dunked on us numerous times. But why isn't he getting the love he deserves? Well, I think that's what it is. And that's my opinion. It's the same thing I think that happened with Terrell Ard. Terrell Ard he played a 4 a lot. Sometimes he brought the ball down, but not a lot. Most of the time he played down low. But when you move a kid like that who's physically dominating high school or AAU, you move out to the wing, and if they can look like they have a chance to be versatile, it helps them out. That's just my opinion.
So you're telling me, though, every kid that dominates the post that is undersized need to go to the wing?
I think they need to give it a shot. I think you should be giving it a shot because especially if your recruitment isn't changing. So you have to look at other options to say, well,
but you got to think too. But you said their recruitment isn't changing. Everybody's path is different. So maybe
it is
because Terrell R moved to the wing doesn't mean if this guy moved to a wing, they were like, no, I don't want to recruit him for that.
I get it.
I want to recruit him to rebound.
I'm just looking at it from how I feel like college coaches look at it. Can he shoot? Can he dribble? And his height and size. Where does he fit on my roster? So I try to put myself into position of a college coach and say, well, where this kid probably going to play most likely the next level? That's where I guess. And my guess with him is if he got a little bit more of that bop in him, like Robbie had, like, don't be confused. Robbie can put the ball on the floor. He got some bop.
But they recruited Robbie for his dog. And Mondre, why you still in your trick-or-treat candy?
Correct. But he's still, Robbie is still a versatile player. Like, he can come out the game, he can go down.
Hey, so I thought you was eating a musketeer, 3 musketeer.
Oh man, these are.
Let's think about it. If you
do we undervalue though undersized 4s because undersized 4s are playing in the NBA. PJ Tucker made a lot of money playing in the NBA.
No.
He's not a 3.
Undersized. What's undersized? In the NBA, undersized is 6'7".
PJ Tucker is
look
like
at
6'6".
Look at Draymond. Look at Draymond.
Draymond is still probably what, 6'7"?
That's undersized.
That's what I'm saying though. In high school, that's not undersized. Like,
well, that's I'm talking about 6'6", 6'7" kids. I'm talking about 6'6". Well, I'm gonna say this: 6'5" to
6'7".
And for PJ, is that really working with him or them?
Yeah,
but you ain't getting what you, Bruce.
They damn near got swept by the Lakers because they wasn't big enough. What you mean?
Hey, that's fine, but that's not on PJ. I'm saying PJ is an NBA vet playing the way that he's played. So to me, yes, that works for PJ.
Put that comment up there. And it's probably the same for Division I. Bruh, we had a 6'7" point guard last year, dude. And a 6'5" wing.
Green is 6'6", PJ is 6'5".
Who's Green? Draymond. Okay. It works for them. It works, but Draymond can still step out and hit the 3. PJ can hit the 3. They're still more versatile.
That doesn't mean they're a wing because they can shoot 3s.
I'm not saying a wing.
Doesn't mean nothing.
You don't have to stand on the wing per se. You can stand at the top of the key. You can stand in the corner like PJ does. I'm just saying, see if you can pull them away from the basket a little bit and allow them to be a little bit more versatile. I'm not saying let the kid just go full blown wing.
Here's why I feel like that comment is dangerous, Bryce. This is why I feel like it's dangerous. When kids get into their head that they're a 3, What it generally means is, Coach, I'm not going down there to rebound.
Facts.
And
he's right.
And I'm not.
Hell no.
And I'm not going to dominate smaller defenders from the block.
I disagree, dude. I'm
just telling you what
I agree with you.
Kids.
I agree with you.
It ain't allowing the kid to be a more versatile player and giving him the option here and there to play the perimeter a little bit just to get a little bit more exposure doesn't mean that you're not offensive rebounding or defensive rebounding.
Well, but see, I agree with you, Bryce, but I have to fight and argue that point with kids every year, all summer. That your height may depend on who you guard on defense, and what you do on offense is two totally different things.
So if Omarion, which is again a really good player, if his intention is to play Division I basketball, let's say he wants to play in the Conference USA or lower, they're probably going to have at least one dude or two dude, probably three dudes at 6'8" and above. So where does that leave him? He's got to go to like, what do we? Boo Man was 6'6" and is at Presbyterian.
But you got to think though, Boo Man was in South Georgia. That plays a role.
And I'm still saying that I may need you to play the 5 on defense. I still may need you to get out there and go to 5.
You have to guard who you're supposed to guard. I'm just simply talking about just on.
And that means you got to fight on the defensive glass.
Yeah, that's not changing. That don't change, Dre. That don't change.
I just want to make sure that we're going because a lot of kids' head, Bryce. I understand where you're coming from, but in a lot of kids' head, that changes.
But here's why that changes, Dre. Here's the issue. We're wrong from the beginning by putting a number on it anyway. Because when you get to the next level, it ain't no damn numbers unless you just a point guard. Everybody else is a player. You a basketball player, dude. So you shouldn't be getting caught up in the numbers anyway, for the most part. So if Omarion, as much as he plays, that's just my guess, dude. If you go 4 out and 1 in a few times here and there, let him put the ball on the floor and see if he can boogie with his athleticism and strength, then you're looking at another PJ Tucker. You don't know until you try it. You don't know. And all I'm saying is, if we think this kid is that good, but he undervalued, then you got to try something different. Right?
If you want to help the kid.
If you want, well, that's another question.
I'm not talking like I said, Bryce. The way that you're laying it out is how we handle it for AAU. Like Jelani Reynolds played the 5 for us. Jelani Reynolds brought the ball up the floor a whole lot for us. So the way
Jelani Reynolds missed a lot of rebounds too, Dre.
Jelani Reynolds misses a lot of rebounds, right? So, but
he had a good summer though.
That's the fight. Yeah, amazing summer.
He had an amazing summer.
Fight though of trying to get a kid like him to understand that I need you. You want to do this, and I'm going to let you do this. But in order to do this, I need you to do that.
But Dre, here's the thing though. What you guys are going to experience, and what I experienced too, is when you get to the older ages of AAU and high school basketball, especially when you can pick your kids, you have to let them play. So, and what I mean is like it's control. You gotta let these kids step out. And I say that because they're bigger. Every team's gonna have a dude that's 6'10, 6'8, 6'9. So you're putting, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just try to project. And I think some people, good ones project where their kids are gonna go, and they try to put them in that place, and the kid does his part. Now, Omarion will have to do his part.
Why Omarion can't just go to the MEAC and dominate? What's wrong with that?
I think even for him to get to the MEAC or wherever that is,
he can play at the MEAC at his side and dominate. No.
Hey, Lock. Hey, we about to get on you. Let's shift though and get on Lock about these evaluations, dog. And this is why
he still got to step out for me a little bit.
Your evaluations don't always be right, Lock.
Oh, I'm not perfect, but I'm gonna have a good legit argument.
What evaluation you dropped the ball on?
Which one I dropped the ball on?
I'm asking you.
I
don't know.
Let's name the top 3 fictional basketball players of all time and watch Lock fumble the bag on this discussion.
I'll fumble the bag. That's my vote.
Top 3 fictional basketball players of all time. Lock, go ahead and name them.
You give your top 3. I'm like Mike. Oh, Bow Wow from.
Hey man, said like Mike. Who else? Like Juwanna Mann?
I ain't picking Juwanna Mann.
Oh, top 3 fictional basketball players. Right?
I picked my guy right here. What's my guy name? Tyler from the 6 Man. And I got Billy Ho.
If you gotta have Billy on your team, dog.
And I got Billy O from White Man Can't Jump. And my sub would be Sydney. But Sydney gonna change ANU teams every week or high school teams every year. And the reason
I want the people who are watching to also say like Omarion's good. Like we're not saying that. We're just using him as an example of how you can move a player around and change his identity and change his outcome sometimes. But yeah.
Calvin Cambridge was in the NBA.
Calvin Cambridge, bro.
Calvin Cambridge threw a lob for the 3-point line and dunked it. Calvin Cambridge shook Allen Iverson.
Oh hell no.
He did. He carried, but he did.
We're gonna have to get that dude on the line who made that because that's my guy. I had to call him up.
And it's a reason why I ain't picked Shep.
Tommy Shepard is the best fictional basketball player of all time, followed by Jesus Shuttlesworth and Butch McRae.
Oh, Butch McRae
from Blue Chips. Penny Hardaway was
Penny
Butch
Hardaway.
McRae.
Yep.
And coming off the bench is Jimmy Chitwood from Hoosiers. The 4 best fictional basketball players of all time.
Hey, you know the reason why I ain't picked Shep? Shep played against a bunch of dope boys and drug dealers. They don't play defense at the park. So that's why I can't give Shep his credit. They do not play defense at all. So
don't play defense like.
That's the only way he passed out buckets because they don't play no defense. And I can't give Shep credit. It's the same dude that sang Tutti Frutti on the other movie with Little Richard. The same guy. So you got a guy who sang Tutti Frutti and I.
Hey, you knocking that man because he played Little Richard in a movie like you hell, bro. You hell, Lock.
That's why I say
I felt kind of like ignorant when it came to that list because a lot of those dudes I didn't remember. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, you too young, Bryce.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Dang, Bryce, you older than me. How you don't know?
I don't know, bro. A lot of maybe I just forgot the names. I probably seen the movies.
Okay, of course you know Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Yeah, that's
you gotta know Jesus Shuttlesworth. Yeah, for sure.
I know Calvin. I know Sidney Dean.
Cal Watson. You gotta know Cal Watson, right?
Yeah, I knew that. The rest of them I kind of like blanked out on. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, it's
I think I voted for Juwanna Mann just because I didn't.
Look at the disrespect on that list.
Hey, I went in voting season and voting just Christmas tree that one, dog.
Dude, they had Air Bud over Calvin.
Yeah, that was
disrespect.
That's disrespectful. That's massive. But you know why though? People love dogs, so that's probably.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, the only creature that should have been on that list hooping was Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf is one of the best fictional basketball players of all time. But I don't. He's not human, so I don't necessarily count him, bro. It's cheating. That's cheating when you're not alive.
Dude. Who else we
Hey, I want y'all in the comments, man. Tell me your top 3 fictional basketball players of all time. We got Cornbread from Cornbread Earl and me. I remember that.
Nobody said nothing about Sunset Park. I voted for that one. I didn't. I think too.
I think you did.
My guy from Sunset Park.
I'm taking Quincy McCall over Shep.
Quincy McCall was ass, dude. Get out of here.
He was one and done. What you mean?
McCall
he was
one
and done.
Quincy McCall,
he was one and done.
Quincy McCall was buns, dude.
Y'all talk about somebody's guy. Shep has real life mental issues.
Dude, Quincy McCall is the dude that y'all tweet about every damn weekend, and then he just ain't like that. He's the one. That's Quincy McCall. He ain't super athletic. He get you a couple spin moves, crossovers, some buckets here and there. He's Showtime because he got, you know what I'm saying, nice haircut, dress, all that Jordan. Man, he overrated, dude. I'm sorry.
He was a one and done. What else you want?
His dad was a Hall of Famer.
It doesn't matter. Hey, Michael Jordan kids was a Hall of Famer. I mean, Michael Jordan was a Hall of Famer. Look at his kids. So, like, you gotta really give that man credit. He played in the NBA and he married a chick in the WNBA. Come on.
He said Shep was short bus.
Hey,
was a bucket though.
Look, yeah. we're evaluating Shep off one game.
Andy, we need to see your list though, buddy. We gotta see your list. I see some people weighing in, but we gotta see what's your top 3.
Bro, I can't. Hey, this is why I said about Shep. Shep went off in high school because look who he was playing with. He had Flip. Flip wasn't passing out bucket. Flip was playing defense like I was. Defense, rebound, get the ball to Shep.
Tommy Shepard had a 45-point triple-double in some corduroys, a long john shirt, and some Timberland work boots.
Against
that is high-level basketball.
Against dope boys. Hey, look,
man. You know what's crazy? They gave
Birdie did have an entire team of goons.
They gave Jesus Shuttlesworth the whole bye, and somebody made a point that Jesus Shuttlesworth, we actually never really saw him play. It was more about the other side of basketball, but we just like shit. He's Ray Allen. He probably nice, but he never really played, did he?
When the movie first came on,
yeah, it was like it wasn't like the other movies though when they really played. Like
Jesus Shuttlesworth to me would be number 1, but I gotta knock him because his acting was so bad. Ray Allen was awful in that movie.
Yeah,
to me that makes it better though, because like
so we're gonna act like Calvin didn't just walk up and earn a contract. We just gonna go past
we can't have them shoes, bro.
Right? Hey, it's fictional, like you said. It's fictional. We can't act like this man didn't play in the league. Come on. Hey, that was good marketing by Lil Bow Wow. He knew he wasn't gonna grow, and he knew he couldn't play. So let me make a move about me in the NBA.
Had the little shoes and everything.
Bow Wow still making money.
Yeah, he gonna be good. He said,
dude, I was buying a do-rag a couple months ago. Bow Wow sell do-rags.
Yeah. Don't do the Bow Wow challenge though. Don't act like you on a private plane and you're not really on the plane.
Are you bringing the braids back, Lock?
Yeah, man. I had my hair needed some air. Some freshness. Had to washing and stuff like that. My first round pick is the African.
Oh, I forgot about the air up there. Damn. The African was good in the air up there right in the beginning.
It's getting up.
That was a good movie. I got to run that back.
Hey, man. Stroud just tweeted, finally, someone blew a lead in Georgia other than us.
Wow.
Stroud, you a wild boy, dog.
Wow.
Hey, man. That's our show for tonight. We getting out of here, man. Everybody be safe out there, man. High school season is right around the corner. We're about to start. We are a couple weeks away. Everybody, you guys be safe. Take care of each other. And
if you haven't seen Like Mike, it's a good weekend to go watch. Then come back and tell me your evaluations on Calvin.
Calvin definitely better than Airbud, bro. Come on now.
Above the
He's
rim.
better than a lot of dudes. He played in the league. What else do you want?
Oh, didn't Jawana Man play in the league? What the heck got to do with it?
That was different.
Oh, you know who did? So what's his name from Common wasn't on the list? He was terrible though.
Who?
Comment. Yeah, that was a bad movie.
Oh yeah.
No, he couldn't play.
That was
like
every rapper can't hoop, man.
Comment towards ACL and end up with Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah. Yeah.
Hey, before we go, just a reminder, quick PSA. All 3 seasons of the Chappelle Show are on Netflix. I've been enjoying them. Go watch Chappelle Show. Until Sunday, 5 o'clock, we'll be back. Love you guys. It's the Love of the Game podcast. We out.